Oh, it feels awesome. Day one is what everybody thinks about the entire off season, and just being able to get back out here with all your guys, and in our case, your family. There's really nothing better.
After last season, did you guys feel like there's some unfinished business for you guys?
Oh yes, sir. Going 6-6, we know that's average. We don't really look at that anymore right now, but we kind of just try to move on forward, keep trucking, and think about the now instead of the past. But it definitely leaves a bad taste in our mouths.
Did today have a different feel as compared to maybe some of the previous first days?
Absolutely. This group it's one of the most consistent groups we've ever had in the summer, definitely since I got here in 2018. So it's definitely a different feeling with all of us coming out here day one. Our group is a lot closer than any team I've been part of, and it's a really good feeling.
Yeah, how do you build that? You mentioned this group is really close. I'm assuming that didn't just happen, but there's a lot of work and relationship built over the offseason to make that happen. How did that come to be?
Well, for someone like me, it's a little bit easier because I love opening up to anybody. I love meeting new people, and I think we have a lot of guys like that too, especially in our SBAC group. Our room is so close, and we just gained a couple others, and so groups like that, position groups that are that close, that really just takes steps forward, into the bigger picture.
Talk about just I hate to ask this question, but
Yep.
Just talk about first day out here without Brent.
I had a really tough time in film, just being able to see him run his routes and stuff. And to be honest, every time he was, on the camera, I didn't look at anybody else, because I love that dude and I loved watching him. And it was awesome to know him, grew up with him, and knew him since he was a little baby. So it was definitely tough, and it was more tough when I came out here without him, just making funny faces and making jokes, and because that's the kind of person he was and someone that everybody loved. So it was definitely a hard time.
I think he's on the mind of a lot of guys as you're working out here.
Oh yeah, I know we're doing a couple things for him in the weight room and out here in front of the locker room, and I'm assuming everybody on the team is thinking about him. I know definitely the majority is, and I hope it's spreading out throughout the team, because he never met a stranger. So there's nobody that was here last semester that didn't love him, I don't think, and so it's really special.
We don't have Jace McDowell as the linebacker now. We have Coach Jace McDowell. How's that been for you?
It's awesome. I'm obviously not down there nearly as much. I'm with the offense, but I can tell the energy of the linebackers is a lot different, and just having someone like him who showed leadership so much throughout his time here, and it puts a lot of respect on his name with the players. You would think that he'd come in and everybody would, be too comfortable around him, call him Jace, and, make jokes with him. But I see everybody treating him with respect, the utmost respect, and it's awesome to see something like that and a guy like him to come make a difference in our defense. So.
Good.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It feels real now.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling. I'm sure you're going to hear, the more interviews you do, the more you're going to hear people talk about how much they love being around this team. It's an unbelievable group of guys. We have fun doing the hardest stuff, and that's how you know that you're making some brothers for life. Me personally, it has been almost a full year since I've been able to, hit somebody. I got concussed last year and had to miss the rest of the season, and I could not be more excited to throw the pads on. That's something that I love about football, and it's a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for a better day, and we've been looking forward to this for a long time, and glad it's here.
Yeah, when's the last time you went that long without hitting somebody, as you said? I'm sure you've been playing football since you were little, and I don't know if you had injuries in high school or anything, but that's a long break for you.
Yeah, I think I missed one game in high school, but playing quarterback, it's so different, like the physicality of it, because you're not really expecting to get hit, so it hurts a lot more, I'd say. But this is by far the longest break I've ever had not playing live football.
The experience that other players were able to get while you were out, are you seeing that pay off right now?
Absolutely. Tommy came in, did a great job. Case is gonna play his role. I think the whole offense is confident that either of those guys could get in the game at any time, crunch time, and do their job. And that's what you got to have at the end of the day. You got to have three guys at a position that you can put on the field and be confident in. And they got great experience last year, a lot more snaps than, if I didn't get hurt, that type of deal. I think they made the most of it, and you're seeing it now because everyone's just so much more comfortable. You go 3 groups in practice, first string, second string, third string, and there's no mental errors. You just don't see that a lot throughout a whole practice. So it's making my job easier, and we got a lot of young guys in the room now, and they're able to learn from all of us. And now it's not just me trying to help guys. We got 3 or 4 guys that know what they're doing and can communicate that to the young guys. So it's been a lot of fun.
Going through what you went through last year, does it give you a different appreciation for the game of football?
100%. Yeah, you don't know what you got till it's gone. That's a pretty cliche saying, but that's never been more true. I've always loved it, but I've never had this type of just appreciation for it. And with Brexton's deal this summer, just kind of makes you appreciate life and try to live it to the fullest and get as much enjoyment out of everything as possible. It's all about the joy. So we're going to come out here, we're going to work hard, but I think everybody's matured a little bit in that aspect that we're going to try to enjoy it, and because that's what he did, and we're just going to try to act like him every day. And if we can do that, regardless of what happens on the field, the bonds he's making, that we're all making, is going to be for life, and we're going to have a good 6 months.
How do you kind of balance that? Obviously, you want to have fun, and you guys are out here to enjoy it because you love the game of football, but also there's a lot of work to be done. How do you balance that work with having fun and not messing around, but also not taking it too seriously?
You got to take it seriously. That's one thing we're focusing on a lot, is paying attention to details. And it gets kind of old at first. You feel like a dad or a coach, like telling somebody to get behind the line. But if you're consistent in that stuff, after a couple days, now you got young guys that are doing that, and it no longer becomes being super serious or strict. Everyone's just doing it, and you're able to now enjoy practice and everything without having to ask guys to get back behind the line and guys just chirping at each other all the time. That it trickles down, and guys, you're just locked into what your job is. And football's fun. These guys are out here because they love football. We've worked hard this offseason. This is what guys are working for. So we're going to have fun no matter what. But working hard in the details almost becomes fun in a way.
And it was about a year ago you had the position change, right? So did the time off almost give you more time to where now you've had more than enough time to make sure that you got that new position down to a T?
Absolutely. So I switched after the fall of 2019. So I had that COVID year, which really helped me gain some weight and get experience playing the position. And this time off from the concussion, I think, probably helped me even more because I'm able to. The whole spring practice I couldn't do contact, so I'm just sitting 15 yards behind everybody, trying to pay attention to how can I make myself better, make everybody else better. What details are we not focusing on? That type of deal. So, yes, all this time from switching has been more than enough to get comfortable, and I feel like I've been doing it my whole life now. I just feel I feel like I'm doing what I was meant to be doing.
I got a goofy one for you. I meant to ask
Okay.
the last guy too, but you guys always say bring the juice. What does it mean to bring the juice?
Bringing the juice can mean a lot of things. It's just, I'd say, energy and focus, like over the top. If you're locked in and you can bring energy, that's juice. You can't just be a rah-rah guy, or you can't just be good and not say anything. You got to bring it out of guys in yourself. So I'd say bring the juice is a lot of energy, a lot of focus, times 10.
All right, Tommy, first day of practice, how'd it go today for you?
Man, it feels good to be back out here, just being with the guys. It's been a long summer, but we're finally here, season ready, and today was good. Kind of knocked the rust off a little bit, but we're ready to get back at it.
You were able to gain a lot of valuable playing experience last year. Are you seeing that pay off right now?
Of course, I've learned a lot from the guys. Kind of had some unexpected playing time last year with Dalton getting hurt, but I filled in and it went well, so I'm just glad to have a mentor like him. He's been a great brother, a great teammate, and a great friend outside of the sport.
Were you counting down the days to get back out here? Obviously, you guys have done some work, but practice number 1 is kind of one you guys kind of have circled on the calendar a little bit?
Yeah, always. It's been a long summer, but we've been out here with the guys every year, and it's just so much fun being out here, so we're really enjoying it.
And I asked him this question, but how do you guys kind of balance the having fun and enjoying it, but also being serious and getting the work done? You want to enjoy it, but there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, we're so close. We can always tell each other when to step back and kind of lock in if we're getting a little goofy or whatever the case is. But it's all about having fun at the same time. So it's just a really good time.
Hot enough out here for you today?
It's a little warm. Yes, sir. But practicing in the morning isn't too big of a deal. You know, it'll be a little bit warmer when we get going at around 2:30. So practicing in the morning is nice.
And I think I heard Coach mention it that since you don't have class right now, you guys can kind of it's all football right now. How crucial is this time, knowing that by the time you get to the middle of the season, one, the work already has to be done by then, and two, you guys are also worried about schoolwork then. How big is this time to really lock in on football and really get kind of the groundwork in for the season?
Of course, you know, getting in the playbook is awfully important. We run our offense so fast, and just being in there all day, not having to worry about schoolwork right now is really nice. So it gets a good head start on before or with this preseason going on. So.
Is that kind of the way you guys' season ended last year? Left a sour taste in your mouth? Kind of left these guys itching to get back out here even more than usual?
Of course, season obviously didn't end the way we wanted it to last year, but we have high expectations coming in this next season, so we're all excited and ready to go.
But how valuable is that extra time going to be?
Obviously, 3 extra weeks of practice is good, and yeah, just the bowl game was a great experience, and obviously love to get back there, but also love to be in the playoffs as well. So.
I just always do it. Something I've done when I got into coaching. I don't know, just wear sweats. Did it all summer. Just kind of something I do to let the guys know. I know it's going to be hot with them, and my way to kind of show, like, you know, we're all in this together. Don't let the heat be a factor in how you perform or what you do out here.
And they can't really complain about wearing the pads, I guess. If you guys have buddies on, huh?
And something, yeah, exactly. Just trying to meet them in the middle ground.
Yeah. How did it feel to be back out here with your guys for day one?
It's awesome. Obviously, doing the weight stuff in the summer, I love doing that. But being with the guys, truly with football, with why they're here, you know, it's awesome. You know, I have a great group, running backs and S-backs. Great group of guys, easy to coach. You know, they listen, do what we're asking them to do, and understand what the program's all about.
Talk to us about the leadership that you guys have in that room.
Obviously, S-backs, you know, Dalton being a captain, going to be a 2-year captain here for us. You know, just understanding what the program's about and just showing the young guys, you know, what Emporia State's all about. And, you know, the older guys like Tommy, just showing them by example. You know, he doesn't talk a whole bunch. And even Case will, you know, he'll get young guys. He'll be over there. You look at the sideline, he's coaching them up while I might be watching a play. He's talking to a young guy through what's going on. You know, they hold each other accountable, and they do a phenomenal job.
You didn't answer the question I was going to ask.
I'll ask
There you go.
I'll just keep peppering you with
Alrighty.
I noticed a lot of competitiveness out there between the defense and the offense. How healthy is that? How good is that? These guys are going to be on the same team, obviously, on Saturdays this fall, but beforehand, there's no lack of competitive in this group, even if they're playing against the guys that will be on their side later on.
Yeah, you know, competition, we breed it here. We want guys to compete in everything we do. We competed in the summer during weight groups. We compete all the time. So it's healthy, being competitive, not being combative. We all know that at the end of today's practice, there's no score up there. We're just worried about, you know, getting better each and every day. And, you know, if the defense makes a big play, offense knows that they have to go out there and duplicate that, bring the same energy each and every day. So it's great. Makes the young guys understand how fast they got to come along, and the older guys, you know, keep the high level each and every day.
How high are the expectations that you guys have for this team this fall?
Just, you know, doing things each day. Our expectations are daily, making sure they're on time to meetings, making sure that they are handling their business the right way, what they're supposed to do. That's our main expectations each and every day, getting better, finding 1% to work on, and just focused on, you know, after today's practice, can we get better in film? Can we get better in weights?
Talk to us about day one and just how good it felt to get back out here with you guys.
Yeah, it felt good to be back out here. It really did. It's just, you know, we were ready to practice. We'd been through so many meetings and had a lot of things that we had to get done before we'd take the field. You know, our guys, you know, been getting reps during the summer anyway, but it's good to be able to, the coaches be able to be out here with them. So not bad for the first day. You know, our rookies, our freshmen, their heads are spinning, and that's how it's going to be for those guys.
Yeah, and you guys have a lot of veteran leadership on this team. How critical, you guys talk about culture a lot, how critical is it that they really, you know, take the lead on that and teach these new guys, the rookies as you call them, kind of how things are done around here?
Yeah, well, it's important because those guys that are veterans right now, I think they had a really good group that was ahead of them, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, because they're going to learn the practice habits from our veteran football players. As coaches, we can direct them and tell them what they need to do and all that, but, you know, we got to be able to coach football too. And so it's good when you have veteran leadership out there to kind of help those guys along and you know, let them know about the things that we do here during practice that are really important. whether that's playing with tempo offensively and knowing where we need to be to get lined up fast, to making sure that during 7-on-7 that the defensive backs are finishing through the cones as a receiver finishes after he makes the catch, running through the cones. I mean, just little tiny things like that.
Just your overall impression of this first practice.
I mean, it's good. No turnovers. Don't know if we did any up downs for offsides today, so it was a relatively clean practice. There's some things that I wrote down on the practice schedule that I want to make sure that we're getting better at, but those are things like, making sure the camera's rolling on certain periods and making sure that our film, we're not wasting we can't waste time out here. We got to be able to make sure everything has got to be efficient, from our players and how they go about practicing to our ball spotters, to our filmers. Everybody's important in the success of a football program.
How do you kind of balance high expectations and for these guys with, it is the first day, so you kind of do expect some bumps in the road, but on the same note, you don't want to accept those and let those,
Yeah.
standard.
Well, I think it's our job as coaches to, we got a veteran group, but that doesn't mean we need to let up off of them. I think we got to ultimately set the tempo ourselves as coaches, and regardless of how much experience we got, there's still so much room for improvement. And again, that's where us coaches, we got to do our part when it comes to that. And the thing about it is we got hungry players. We got guys that love the game of football, and when you got guys that love the game of football, they're going to listen to that, and they're going to work to try to get better and not be satisfied because they are a veteran.
These first couple of weeks, it's all about football before classes begin. How do you just keep them in the mindset knowing that they want to accomplish some big goals this season?
Well, it's just kind of part of camp. It's kind of the camp protocol, I guess, and I tell them we're not in school right now. We're not out going to the movies. We're not going on dates. We're not chasing our girlfriend around. Hey, it is football 24/7. So you're up. If I'm a freshman up in my dorm room, and then I should be looking at my player manual. All right, I'm not seeing what I can watch. I'm not watching Netflix on my phone. All right, those times are over. Okay, it's time to learn football, and that's what we're here for. So we got that time. We'll balance it out once school gets started.
You talked to us about Dalton, Cowan, and just his leadership that he provides.
Yeah, Dalton is he's a great story in itself, because he came here as a quarterback, and then we moved him, and there's not a person on this team that's not more team oriented than him. And I think that's where it starts with his leadership, because he cares about this football program. He cares about his teammates, and then he's talented, and he knows the offense. And, last year before he got hurt, he was having a great year for a guy that changed position, and it was his first year playing S-back for us, had an outstanding year, and it really hurt us. We took a step back a little bit, but Tommy Zimmerman was a redshirt freshman last year, and he got great experience, and really he started playing at a high level. So if we can stay healthy at that position, that's one of our better positions on this football team on either side of the football.
You guys lost a loved one over the offseason. Is Braxton and his family kind of on your mind as you're going through camp? I know one of the guys said it can be even tough to focus a little bit, or seeing him on film that you're watching from last year.
Yeah, it's no question. No question. We talked about it today before practice, and had a moment of silence and thought about Braxton, and the thing that we talk about is we need to focus and go out and work the way he worked there each and every day. This football program mattered to him. He had a great work ethic. He did the extra work to try to be better, and that's how we honor him, and is by us going out and having that same type of mindset, when we take the field.
One last question. MIAA yesterday announces instant replay this upcoming season. Just your overall thoughts on being able to challenge a player too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing that red flag out there. So make sure I do it at the right time. So yeah, I think it's good. I think it's just it's innovative, and I think it speaks volumes for Division II football. And I don't know how it is with the other conferences. I don't know if they're doing it or not. Probably not. Don's shaking his head no. So again, the MIAA, I think we set the standard, when it comes to our football conference, and so I think it's good. And yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but it's better than not having instant replay the way I look at it. I'm not worried about the speed of the game, how long it takes. All right, let's just get everything right. We're going to play fast anyway.
I asked one of the other guys this. This might be the hardest question you get today, but what does it mean to bring the juice?
Oh, man, you would ask an older guy that, right? Well, it just means, hey, come out with energy, come out with enthusiasm, have a smile on your face. Enjoy what you get to do. Bring the juice. Enjoy this. It's a great game. Teaches you, just so much about life in general. So bring the juice. If you don't bring the juice, what is it? If you're juiceless, you're useless. All right? I can't say that 5 times quick. But, so, yeah, that's my definition of bring the juice.
I want to say that on air sometime. Work it in.
Yeah, there you go.
You all good?
I thought you were going to say you're responsible for bringing apple juice or grape juice.
Well, we had orange juice, frozen orange juice, every morning before we, during our camp, when I played for Coach Kramer, frozen orange juice. So you'd be really thirsty, but you'd get just a tiny little sip, and that's it, because the other part was frozen. So you had to wait. You had to set it on the bleachers, because we'd be up in the bleachers and wait for it to melt. Then you could finish it off.
Or it said concentrate on